Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Luncheon Awards presentation. This is always a highlight of our Biohealth Summit every year, and we have some amazing awardees this year. But first, I'd like to introduce Biohealth Awards Board Chair, Nicholas Paris, CEO of Gilson.
Hello, that's always my favorite moment. Just to make you stop the best moment of the day where you eat and you network to listen to speeches. So I'm happy to do that though. I'm happy to do that every year and to get popular for that, just because we have great things coming up and those awards are going to be part of it. On behalf of the Biohealth Board and all the Biohealth organization, I would like to thank you for attending the extended version of the summit, right? Remember last year we said we were going to go bigger, look around you. We got bigger and we got even longer. Now we have a secret hope that now not only we even want to go bigger, but we want to go longer. So we're planning for a week-long summit for next year, maybe. So we'll see how it pans out. More seriously, it's a unique opportunity for me to remind everybody that Biohealth is here. It's your association. It's here for you. And to quote Lisa, it's here for exploration and creativity, right? And it goes through all the initiatives that we have here. To connect us as an industry, of course, as part of our state of Wisconsin, because we are stronger together. That was the theme of last year. And obviously this year, it shows that we are stronger together. Second, to show and broadcast that our strengths here in Wisconsin are even stronger and bigger year after year, and that we are proud of what we do. We need to show off a little bit and broadcast what we do globally. And we are here also to help turning strengths into actionable initiatives, right? That will help us, our family, the population of Wisconsin and beyond, as patients, because always remember that everything we do is to improve one health in the world, and that's very important to remind that. Last, we also have a new duty. We were enjoying working and working for Wisconsin. Now with the Tech Hub, we have the duty to help the nation, the national security, and its global leadership. So it's a new task that we are taking very seriously at Biohealth, and we'll do that by promoting the leadership of Wisconsin. So that's very important. This is why Biohealth is really the catalyst of all of your action and creativity. And we are here to help projecting that nationally on the global stage. Of course, Tech Hub has been a big undertaking over the past 2 years, and we will continue to support it and make it thrive. Now we're thinking forward to the next initiatives. We have ideas. I'm not going to talk too much about it here, but we're also thinking big, because what you've shown here through the Tech Hub shows that Wisconsin has the asset and has the capability to grow much bigger. So we talked about influence a few years ago. We are now in the action, and really much I would like to thank all of you, because you are the ones making it, not us. We're just the catalyst. You are, with your creativity and your effort and the job you're doing, you are the ones who make it happen. So kudos for all that inspiration. You really drive our energy and your passion. So I would like to just clap and thank you for all what you're doing. Now, enough said. I am very proud to give the floor to Megan Cox. Where are you? Megan, all right. Associate Regional Manager for Acro Biosystems. And I would like to thank them for being a wonderful sponsor and presenting the awards. Thank you very much.
All right, hello everyone. Thank you for the kind introduction, Nicholas. It's great to be here with you all today at the Wisconsin Biohealth Summit, and what an exciting time to be part of the biohealth industry. At Acro Biosystems, we strive to be a cornerstone of the global biopharmaceutical and healthcare industries by delivering high-quality products and innovative solutions. Our mission is simple and powerful: to accelerate the progress of biopharmaceutical research and drug development commercialization. To achieve this mission, our core values are established from a customer perspective, focusing on product application and stringent quality management systems. Our main products and services include recombinant proteins, kits, antibodies, custom development, and analytical services. At Acro Biosystems, we're proud to support the biohealth industries locally and globally by investing in the missions of our partners like BioForward Wisconsin. By fostering these collaborations, we create value for the global biopharmaceutical industry and empower our partners. Acro Biosystems is honored to sponsor the Wisconsin Biohealth Summit Lunch, and we deeply appreciate the opportunity to engage with industry leaders shaping the future of biohealth. With that said, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all the attendees here at the lunch and awards presentation. Thank you all for your time. And now I'd like to welcome back to the stage Lisa Johnson, CEO of BioForward. Thank you.
So now it is an honor to recognize outstanding achievement in business and scientific research with our two awards, the 2024 Wisconsin Biohealth Business Achievement Award and the 2024 Hector F. DeLuca Scientific Achievement Award. These awards are presented to individuals who have a history of leadership, creativity, which I talked about, Sue and Cece, it's in their souls, and a collaborative spirit, resulting in major contributions to their organizations, to the Wisconsin biohealth industry, and impacting healthcare for all. We are now in the 10th year with these awards. That's unbelievable. And each year, I am in awe of these talented and impactful awardees. These are handcrafted awards. I bring this up every year, but I think it's important. They're by Tim Killinger of Mount Horeb. He is a Mount Horeb school teacher. And he puts his soul, his creativity into these awards. They're behind me. And the awardees were holding them. I mean, they're heavy. Like these are impactful awards. He can't be here today. If you ever get a chance to read about how he's inspired to create these awards, it's really cool how he came up with these, and that's on our website. So we do really appreciate his passion, his craftsmanship, and the pride that goes into these. So as you were seeing the slide go through, so you haven't seen it because I haven't moved it. So, and you've been staring at me the whole time, which is not good. So now, this is what you should be seeing. So these are our past awardees for the business achievement, which we are starting with that award. So as you are seeing the slide go through these last 9 years of past business achievement awardees, we've had many incredible individuals that have been honored, and now this year, a new person is added, Sue Wallace, CEO of Oximetry. You'll be hearing more about Sue, but I'd just like to say that every time I talk to Sue, I see a person that has 10 times more energy than I do, and that is saying something. So she is truly high energy. And she's constantly seeing things in her brain, like she's talking to me, and then she's going this way and this way and this way. She's just constantly going. I'm like, oh my God, she's just so brilliant. And her years of experience with so many variety of companies. What I love about you, Sue, you're always challenging me. Again, you know, she's going all different directions, and you make me laugh. So thank you. So let's hear more about Sue Wallace from someone who knows her well. I would like to introduce Cody Pierce, who will be presenting the 2024 Wisconsin Business Achievement Award.
Thank you, Lisa, and good afternoon. It's really my pleasure to be here to honor my colleague and my friend, Dr. Sue Wallace. It's really not enough to say that Sue cares deeply about patients. It's her life's work. She's earned her PhD in radiopharmaceutical chemistry, and there she was captivated by PET radiopharmaceuticals and the vivid, real-time view of molecular activity it provided. She was moved by the profound impact it could have on understanding and treating complex diseases. And since that time, Sue's been a passionate leader of Wisconsin's biohealth community. She helped transform PET imaging from a cutting-edge research tool into a cornerstone of modern medicine. Today, she continues to push the boundaries of what's possible in the fight against cancer. Sue's passion for innovation was ignited at GE Healthcare, where she set out to revolutionize cancer diagnosis and treatment using the power of molecular imaging. As the science grew, Sue joined Cardinal Health to help establish a network of radiopharmaceutical production facilities so that PET imaging would be accessible to patients coast to coast. She went on to Philips Healthcare, where she focused on precision treatment planning for radiation oncology to deliver even more effective cancer care worldwide. And now she serves as the CEO of Voximetry, a startup born right here from the Medical Physics Department of UW-Madison. Together with her talented team, Sue's working to establish a new standard of care for late-stage cancer through highly personalized plans tailored to individual patients. That's who Sue is. She's a leader. She consistently knocks down barriers and believes anything is possible. She's raised 2 children as a single mother and has led 3 global businesses in a highly male-dominated field. And she's done it all with compassion, confidence, and a competitive spirit, that energy Lisa talked about, that just won't quit. They say a leader's legacy is only as strong as the foundation they leave behind. And I can say with certainty, Sue, you've built something pretty amazing. So don't just take my word for it. Let's hear from some of the many people who know Sue best.
I'm very fortunate to have had an exceptional mentorship relationship with Sue, who saw potential in me and hired me as a product manager back in 2012.
Sue came to me as a mentor and really understood my problems, gave a thought around it, and also a small smile.
I was immediately struck by her expertise, her knowledge around nuclear medicine.
She thinks a lot about the people aspect of it in her work.
My initial impression of her was of an intelligent, professional, and courteous individual.
Because of Sue, we were able to take a business that had once been great and a market leader and really revitalize it and achieve, I think just outstanding, not just business results, but focus on really providing world-class solutions for our customers in such an important field of oncology.
Because of Sue, we were able to have access to some very, very important academic medical centers and really be able to position our technology.
Because of Sue, I evolved from a medical physicist who was working in a hospital to a senior product manager in the corporate. I moved from India to US, and it all happened mostly because of Sue.
If I had to describe Sue, I would say that she is an unflappable leader.
Strong attention to detail.
Decisive.
Passionate.
Highly ethical.
Smart. Sue is very smart.
Leaders like Sue Wallace deserve recognition for their transformative impact. Her dedication and inspiration have empowered numerous individuals, driving innovation in medical equipment, in software development, and also in revenue growth, like companies like GE, Philips, and also startup.
Sue, congratulations on receiving this recognition.
I can't imagine a person that is better deserving than you in being recognized.
Sue, congratulations.
Hi, Sue. Congratulations on this incredible honor.
Congratulations, Sue. You deserve it.
Sue, congratulations on winning this award. I'm so excited for you. This is an amazing achievement, and you are truly deserving of this success.
Congratulations, Sue. Everyone, please help me welcome Sue to the stage to accept the 2024 Wisconsin Biohealth Business Achievement Award.
Wow, I want to be Sue Wallace. That sounded good. No, it's just really overwhelming to, hear that kind of recognition and appreciation from such an amazing community. I want to make sure I don't miss to stop and say thank you. Obviously, I could go on and on of people to thank. Nobody has the kind of exciting, rewarding journey I've had without lots of help and lots of open doors and all of that. But I want to thank Cody Pierce personally for wherever he went. Is he back? Okay, he's hiding. Okay, for such a nice, warm introduction, and he's here tonight in part introducing me because we met 30 plus years ago, might have been a lot more, in our earliest days, and he's been, on and off. He was there with me at the beginning. He's kind of here with me again now on our current adventures, and such an amazing individual, and really, really pleased to have you here with me, Cody, and sharing this moment. It's really fun to see those of us who have stuck with these ideas for so long. Obviously, want to say thank you to the BioForward organization and to Lisa and Corinne and for thinking of me and putting all of this energy into today. It's just really special. So, thank you. But listening to Cody, I knew he was going to say something nice. I thought, this is like who he's describing. Like, this is like some combination of these amazing people. It sounds really great. And I thought, well, gee, I should kind of reflect on the journey. What has it really been like? And I thought back and I thought, well, I don't know. The reality didn't look as good as that, right? When many of you, I know you're living these similar dreams. You're out there fighting the reality every single day, and it kind of felt like this. I thought, yeah, a word. That's what I remember, and often followed by this. Right? This is kind of like, this feels like my life journey right here. But I think most of you know, like, this is where it happens, right? It's when you're down in the mud and you just keep crawling and you think, does anybody know I'm down here? Can I just catch a breath? And that's what I love about the entire community I work with, that it's all people like this. Everybody who's here today, anybody who's in biohealth tech, this isn't easy stuff. It sounds almost a little, trite to say we do it because it's hard, but we do it because it's hard, That's what's so awesome. We take on these challenges that nobody could do alone. You have to team up. It takes so many different experts, and they're all just as muddy as you are, and it's fantastic. I love that, right? It's such a great and amazing and privileged opportunity that I've had, and had a lot of this along the way, right? There were some wonderful people in the video where I think I've had a chance to reach down and help pull them up and bring them to new and exciting journeys of their own and watch them fly off, into really, really great paths. But there were certainly people pulling me up along the way, and you also saw many of them on the video. Unbelievably brave, talented, courageous, intelligent leaders that I've been able to learn from and be my mentor and got me here. But the other thing I really want to acknowledge in the context of today is this whole tech hub thing. When I started, there wasn't a phrase called Wisconsin Biohealth Tech Hub Community, right? But I would never be here if I wasn't born in Racine, Wisconsin. And I went to University of Wisconsin in Milwaukee for a chemistry degree. And I then ultimately got my first job at GE Healthcare in Waukesha, right? And, you know, nobody told me girls don't do that stuff, right? And I'm not even sure I knew I was a girl. I was just interested and curious, and I kept asking questions. And then when I went to GE, at the time, it was really progressive on these ideas, honestly, of diversity, and then it was merit-based. And if you had good ideas and you were willing to work hard, they thought that was great, and they let you keep going. And where else in the world in 1985, 1990, could I have done that? You know, and I took it for granted. You know, I didn't take it for granted, but I knew, I mean, you just kind of, I just got up every day and went to work, and these great things kept happening, you know, and you look back and you realize I was really lucky, right? And then was able to move on through this community to many of these other companies that you've seen on my journey who were staffed with equally amazing people. That's both intelligence and work ethic and, you know, fortitude. You just keep going, you know, and not afraid of sort of the unanswered hard part. You know, we knew where we were going to start. We didn't know where we were going to end, but we knew we had to start, right? So I'm just super, super grateful and really happy about all of that. But, you know, Lisa had said to me, there's going to be a large number of maybe young people at the meeting today starting out their careers. Sue, you should say something interesting and profound, you know, for these people. So I thought, oh, what is that? You know, what's the one big magic key to success? And I thought, this is what I came up with. Nothing. I don't know. The magic key to success? Did you see the muddy picture? Like, I don't know, right? You know, I mean, there isn't one. That's what I'm going to say. There is not one that works for all of us, right? There probably is one for you, but you have to find it. So I did try to put down a few things that I think I know now, but I didn't know then, right? And the best path for you will be one that no one has taken before. There isn't a path that you get on. You know, there is a path for you. It's going to be unique. And if it doesn't look like the path somebody else took, that probably means you're on the right path, right? And in that journey, how do you find your right path? Well, you have to be really honest about your authentic self. If you're not being your truly authentic self, you're not going to be the best at what you're doing. And if you are your authentic self and people don't like it, you're in the wrong place. You know, there's nothing wrong with you. You might be in the wrong tribe. There's a tribe for everybody. Find your tribe. You know, once you find it, it's amazing. It's amazing. They're just as crazy and weird as you are, and that's how you move everything together, right? So, but that can be really scary. It's like, oh, people don't like me. I'm annoying. I talk too much. I'm pushy. I told the wrong sports joke. Okay, you know, I mean, you have to find a group where you don't have to harness yourself in, but you can take all of that inner energy that we all have and put it forward and move something, you know, in a direction that makes it better for all of us. And so just don't be afraid of that. Nothing's wrong with you. You might just be in the wrong place. And then there's this thing I hate. I mean, it's so hard. The hardest thing is that doing the right thing almost always turns out to be the right thing to do. This is the hardest lesson. No, you never want to do the right thing. I mean, you know, these times come where you have to make a tough decision, and if you think about it, you kind of know what would be the right thing, but that's going to be really hard, or that might separate you from the herd, or that might have some short-term consequences. But if you believe this is the right thing based on your value system or what you know about this business or what's important in this field, if you make that hard decision, you later will know it was the right decision. So trust in yourself. The fact that it feels uncomfortable doesn't mean it isn't the best path. You will get through it, it will go better, and do the right thing. But then like no yeah buts, right? There's this, if only, if only they would just, you know, give me this little extra opportunity, or if only I could get access to that lab, or if only I had, you know, time to go study at that sabbatical. Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's not happening. Right. I mean, if you can make those things happen, great, go for it. But sometimes, you know, they don't happen. And, like, that's not unfair. That's not a disappointment. It is what it is. I know it could almost be this, but it's not. it is what it is, and it's either working for you or it's not, or it's working for your business or it's not. This job is either a fit for you or it's not. Maybe you're in the right company but the wrong job, right? So make those adjustments, but don't keep waiting for the, well, if only, and yeah, but, like, okay, those are real red flags. If you hear yourself saying that to yourself, just say, no, what is it really, and what will it take for me to succeed given what it is? Really important, honest conversations, I think, to have with yourself. And this is my last point here, which is just ask. Constantly ask. And not just about the science. I'm always very curious. I always want to understand the science and the other things. But, on the commercial side, and when you're with your customers, what do you need? What do you want? Am I asking you the right questions? Here's what I thought I was going to do based on what you just told me. Did I get it right? Is this where you think I should go? Is there something I'm doing that's making you uncomfortable? Is there something you think I could do to be more effective here? What are your expectations of me in this role before I just dive in? Are you comfortable with me taking off without you for a while and going to get this done? Right? Constantly check in with the people around you. That's what keeps you on the right path, because you're not going to get there alone. We know that. And they might say, well, no, I don't like that. Good thing you found out now, right? What happens? Does the world end if they don't like what you're doing? No. I mean, you just got smarter, right? So I think my personally greatest strength is my willingness to fail and fail frequently, because I don't see it as, I'm not a bad person if I made a mistake or got it wrong, but I'm probably smarter now that I learned that, right? And so I just feel like I get smarter every day by asking stupid questions and getting stuff wrong. It seems to be working. So, I think I just have to come back to my Wisconsin roots here a little bit and give credit. This is sort of my definition of success in life, I think. So I grew up here. I'm a Wisconsin girl. I'm a lake girl. In my younger days, I was an avid water skier, and I got to be one more or two in this room. I was a barefoot water skier, and that was a lot of what life was about, was lake life. And so I think there's nothing better you can do is to just leave a big wake behind. And I hope you all do, and thank you so much.
So congratulations, Sue. So now on to the Hector F. DeLuca Scientific Achievement Award. This award is named after Dr. Hector F. DeLuca, our first awardee in 2015, whose research dating back to the 1960s centered on the understanding the metabolism and mechanism action of vitamin D and vitamin A compounds in the treatment of disease. He is a legend. He is an influential researcher, educator, and innovator, and has had a tremendous impact on the University of Wisconsin-Madison. This year's deserving awardee is C.C. Hilliard of Medical College of Wisconsin. I had the privilege of having C.C. on my board of directors for several years. She's a strong advocate for MCW and for Milwaukee. Everyone read her bio. Stanford University included her in their list of the top 2% of research scientists in the entire world. Dr. Hector F. DeLuca would be honored to see this award given to CC. And one last thing I want you to know, CC, this is my favorite t-shirt. I wear the Medical College of Wisconsin probably all over the place. So this is it. So to tell us more about CC, I would like to introduce Terry Daroon Cassini, who will be presenting the 2024 Hector F. DeLuca Scientific Achievement Award.
Good afternoon. That is a good t-shirt. It's a tremendous honor to be here today to talk about Dr. Cecilia Hilliard. Dr. Hilliard started her career with a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry with high distinction from the University of Virginia and a PhD in Pharmacology and Toxicology from MCW. After postdoctoral training in Dr. Bloom's lab at MCW, CC started as an assistant professor, and in July 2025, CC will have been at MCW as a faculty member for 40 years. In that time, she has led a number of initiatives, committees, and even started a number of programs. Most notably, she has been the inaugural director of the Neuroscience Graduate Training Program at MCW, the Neuroscience Research Center at MCW, of which she still directs, and is the current Associate Dean of Research. At MCW, she started and continues a lab that has made significant scientific contributions to the understanding of the endocannabinoid system, from characterizing agonist of the neuronal cannabinoid receptors to fatty acid amide hydrolase, localization in the human central nervous system, to describing how the endocannabinoid system is related to post-traumatic stress disorder and depression, and even the impact of yoga on the endocannabinoid system. And we all love data, so let's talk about some data. 12. That is the number of times CC has received the Outstanding Medical School Teaching Award at MCW. 28, the number of NIH grants that CC has been awarded. 31, the number of international invited lectures that CC has had about the endocannabinoid system. If you are not familiar with her work, she is an international expert in the role that the endocannabinoid system plays in stress, stress responding, and health, with research that spans much of the translational spectrum, from animals to humans. 255, the number of peer-reviewed publications that CC has had, mostly related to the endocannabinoid system and its role in disease processes, behavior, and emotion. 79, that's CC's H index. I feel like we could drop the mic on that one. 55, CC was the 55th female faculty member at MCW to reach full professor status, and we are now close to 300. 4, the number of children CC raised while accomplishing all these other things. All of these stats make Dr. Hillard an exceptional scholar, and together make her more than deserving of this award. And yet there's so much more that makes CC an exceptional person. I met CC through a mutual colleague when I was a postdoctoral fellow at MCW over 16 years ago. She truly, truly had no reason to meet with me. I wanted to meet with her and discuss potential collaboration, and I really had zero research success to my name at the time. Yet she took time to meet with me. We discussed a mutual area of interest. Literally for hours, we sat in her office at the Neuroscience Research Center and talked, shared data with each other. She explained the endocannabinoid system in a way that made me start to ask questions about implications in the development of PTSD and my area of expertise. After hours of talking, we put pen to paper, and as of now, we've had multiple grants together, including multiple R awards from NIH. And the thing is, this is not a unique story. CC has done this with countless other faculty, with Dr. Govius to study depression in older adults, Dr. Knight to study the impact of socioeconomic status on outcomes in bone marrow transplant patients, and these are truly just a few. The impact that CC has had on the next generation of researchers is immeasurable. CC also has a unique way of pushing everyone around her to excellence. If you have ever been in a meeting with CC, you know that you will receive her honest opinion. Whether it's about how to reduce IRB burden for PIs, or if it's about how the endocannabinoid system plays a role in depression, she gives you a critical account of the issue. But she does it in a particular CC way, which is to pull in the evidence to make the idea even better. She does this in the pursuit of making MCW better, making others around her better, and making the science better. When you are done meeting with CC, you hardly realize that you've actually received critical feedback. Because by the end of the conversation, everyone is more excited about where we are headed and what we are doing. I could continue to tell you 16 years of stories of how CC has impacted me and others around me. She's a fierce advocate for those she mentors, is an advocate for women and underrepresented students and faculty in science and medicine, and leverages her personal credibility to push the envelope when it truly matters. At MCW, nationally and internationally, when you mention Dr. Hillard's name, you always get the same response. Oh, I love CC. She is amazing, no matter what country you're in and at what conference. Today, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Cecilia Hillard, my mentor, colleague, and friend, as the recipient of the 2024 Hector F. DeLuca Scientific Achievement Award.
Wow. Thank you so much, Terry. That was just absolutely wonderful. As you've heard, I've spent my entire career. I started working at MCW when I was 22 years old. I'm about to turn 70, not hiding that fact. MCW, I think I bleed green for MCW, maybe a little for the Packers, but it's because of colleagues like Terry and like the other members of MCW that are here today that have allowed me to blossom. I really love Susan's remarks. I think the idea that finding a place for yourself in a career where you can be yourself and you can really be among people who care about the same things that you care about, that really is what takes all the sting out of the defeats, all the mud out of your eyes and mouth when you fall. It's being among a group that really values you and cares about you, and I have definitely found that at MCW. It's so cool that we were both chemistry majors. And it was the same when I was I think I was one of 15 that was a woman in my class of several hundred. But chemistry is such a fantastic foundation for going forward in science. And so again, just a wonderful place to be and a wonderful training to get that ensured my future success. So in thinking about what I wanted to talk about today, I thought maybe I would reflect a little bit, being in this career for quite a while, about some of the things that have and have not changed in research since the late 70s and early 80s when I started. And one thing that has definitely not changed is that all research starts with a question. And the question comes from a curiosity at looking at things around you. Why did this and that relate to one another? Could we create a better way to do this? Or how does that work? So it's the curiosity that underlies, of course, what we do as researchers and also how we make innovations in many of your worlds as well. But the question isn't really enough. You have to put it in a context. You have to know what's been done before. In my world, you have to put it in the context of a hypothesis, something that you can actually work on and test. Back in the late 70s and early 80s, to find out what else was known was incredible. I don't know if anybody here remembers Index Medicus or current contents. These were the ways that you found out what else had been published using the keyword that you were interested in. So you had to go look it up, write down the citations, go to the stacks of the library, find the paper, read it or copy it on a Xerox machine, and take it back to your office. It easily took an hour to find one article, where nowadays I just pop open PubMed, put in the search terms, and in 30 seconds I can have a PDF of that article. I mean, it's just an amazing advance in allowing us to put our questions into context. But you still have to be able to synthesize this information and decide how it relates to your question and how it relates ultimately to your hypothesis. So the next thing you have to do is actually find something to measure. And that's another area that I think is just amazing to think about, the increase in sensitivity and precision with which we can measure natural phenomenon now, even compared to 30 or 40 years ago, much less long time ago. The development in electronics and, of course, the ability to use a computer to take tons and tons of data and find that needle in a haystack that you're looking for has just revolutionized the ability to do research, honestly, and to do high-quality research, because what it's giving us is accuracy and sensitivity and getting us closer to the truth, which is what you're trying to discover as a researcher. Again, and another thing that has been absolutely amazing in my lifetime as a neuroscientist is our ability to manipulate things, particularly in the brain. And this is based a lot on viruses and understanding that viruses are this amazing way of taking chunks of DNA and putting them into the cellular instructions and therefore getting a cell to make a new protein. Maybe it's a receptor that responds to a man-made ligand, so I can put that ligand onto the cell and manipulate how it signals. Or it expresses an ion channel that's activated by light that I can now take control over the membrane potential for that cell. And not only that, I can do it with the precision of, I want to affect that cell in that part of the brain at that time period. It's just absolutely amazing what we can do to manipulate very complex systems, to understand behavior, emotional regulation, and all kinds of other things that we just could observe at a distance in the past. But to pick up on another one of Sue's themes, it's not easy. It wasn't easy back then, and it's still not easy. And it's not easy because it takes a lot of people, a lot of luck, and a lot of insight to really make critical advances that can help the health of the world, which is what we're all in this for. What are some of the things to help make it less hard? Well, I think here I would like to thank BioForward, because some of the things that make it less hard are educating the public, helping the public understand how important it is that we invest in technology and research. And they then support with their tax dollars, hopefully, agencies that help fund us and keep the engine going that allows us to move forward. The other thing we need is educational programs and encouragement of young people to stay in STEM sciences, or STEM careers, to continue to fuel us, to have the curiosity and the individuals who are trained in order to push our biohealth and tech and research forward in the future. So BioForward is an essential engine in our state. We already heard about the incredible value of the Tech Hub coming, which is just an amazing opportunity for us to pull together and grow even further in our ability to tackle very difficult problems. So once again, thank you. Thanks, Terry. Thank you, my MCW colleagues. Thank you to BioForward and all of you for supporting BioForward, which I think is just an amazing treasure in our state. And I want to sum up by thanking my daughter, Jenny, who's here. As you heard, I have 4 kids. Jenny's my only daughter. She's the one who came. Enough said. But also she, like my 3 sons, nobody would go into a research career as much as I tried. However, I now have 4 grandchildren, so I still have hope for the future that I'll have someone to follow in my footsteps. But thank you again. Thank you very much for this incredible honor.
Congratulations, Cece. That was awesome. So that concludes the lunch session. We are in good shape. So it's right around, 1:16. So at 1:30, instead of 4 sessions, we do have 3 sessions now. So the first one, Hall of Ideas 1. Okay, I actually wrote it this time, so I know I'm saying where you should go. ESG adoption and best practices in biohealth. In Hall of Ideas 2, going nuclear to fight cancer. I told you Sue has a lot of energy. She is speaking and moderating that session, so we're really putting to work. We got to release more of that energy out of her. In the lecture hall, Emerging Growth Companies presentation, a session we have every year to showcase our emerging growth companies or young companies. So these all conclude around 2:30, followed by networking, the vendor fair, and then we will have our ending keynote here. Again, our French connection, and really looking forward to ending it with that. And then remember, okay, we can't dance up here. This is dangerous, but I do need people up here at the very end. It is tradition. I'm putting my tennis shoes on for that one. And then we will have a closing reception after that. So thank you, and to the awardees, once again, congratulations.